Doc, I see you over there on the gram. What's up, brother? What's happening, everybody? How we doing? T-Dog, let's go. How we doing? Happy Friday, everybody. As you can see, I am back in the studio, and it feels great. Let me tell you. So with that being said, a lot of this stuff is messed up today. It's been so long. I'm trying to push the right buttons. I've already pushed 4 different wrong buttons just to get this thing started this morning. But it's okay. It's okay. How's everybody's week? Let's share that. You know what? That's what we need to do. We need to get on the old phone here and share this out. So those of you that are out there, share it if you don't mind, please, and thank you. Falling lights. No, not yet. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, T-Dog. Shame on you. Don't jinx it yet. Not don't jinx it. Period. Don't jinx it yet. Yeah, jinx it later. No, we'll see. We'll see. Let me share this out here. Get this out to the old interwebs. How's everybody's week? Seriously, I feel it feels great to be home. 7 weeks on the road, long time. But here's the thing about it. I discussed this a little bit in our inner circle, the Maker's Machine group that we have yesterday, and it's like blessed beyond all belief. A lot of it was family stuff related, but I saw so many people from HMG and while on the road. People's Patriot Project, shout out to Mark and Andrea. Saw them while I was up in the Midwest. Got down to Texas, saw Ashley and Mia, part of a new show that's on HMG. She Bird the Vibe. That's a new podcast show that's starting next, not next week, but the week after, beginning of September. Lila Holly from Camouflage Sisters. Lila was my first client when we started Heroes Media Group back in 2015. So it was, and then going over to Florida. From Florida, I saw Adam Peters from the Strategic Veteran. Hung out with him. Got to meet some new people over there, and I'll talk about that part of the trip here in a minute. But it was awesome. It's been a good summer. But that said, I'm excited to be back in the studio, back home. I miss my dogs. So anyway, let's get this party started. I hope everybody has had a blessed week. I'm certainly happy. The weather here is like mid 60s right now. Awesome. Like fall is in the air, and I am not mad about it. Like I'm absolutely loving it right now. Doc, what's up, brother? I know we chatted via text. And I'll be back down your way. Well, I'll be on your way. I wasn't really your way. Clearwater was not on your side of Florida, but I got so many people in Texas and so many people in Florida and a lot of people in Tennessee. So, Doc, I appreciate you jumping on, brother. I want to talk a little bit about, I want to recap a little bit about Sunday night. Salute to American Heroes. You saw me go live a little bit on there. I didn't do a lot of lives because we have shows that go live Sunday nights on the social platforms. You saw a couple of it. I haven't put any of the pictures or videos on Instagram yet. I'm just getting back home, so I'm like, the drive was crazy. And I literally covered half of America over the last 2 months. Hey, how you doing? Next time. I didn't even think about it, and that's on me. That's on me, darling. I didn't even. I know you're down there. For some reason I was thinking you were over on the Space Coast side. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, so I'm getting everything put back together. There'll be some posts. I'll make some more posts on other platforms so you guys can see. But I want to recap how special Sunday night was. Salute to American heroes. It was at the OCC museum and there in Clearwater, Florida. Paul Senior was there, and you know what? Here, let me just show you. Here's Paul Senior with the Gold Star family. Um, it was a tribute to Gold Star family, mother of fallen Army Ranger. That's Sheila Mitchell Murphy right there, and she's such a wonderful woman, and such a great family. She got up. Jesse G did a song that they co-wrote together, and you know gave a very heartfelt speech. I'll just put it that way. It definitely pulled on the heartstrings. So um, what else we had? We had some guest speakers. This gentleman here. So the woman on the right in the red, my friend Renee Wagner, she put this on. This was event that she put on. The guy over on the in the orange. Over here, as I'm like pointing, like you guys are going to see what I'm pointing at. In the orange, Franco from 06 Reveille. Shout out to 06 Reveille. They had a great time. Marine Corps veteran, hung out with him. And in the middle, it was the keynote speaker. This man was just full of energy. Major Ed Pluto. I hope I said that right, Ed. And I'll be talking to you later this week or early next week. Fantastic. I mean, he was just alive and full of energy and upbeat, positive. We also had Jonathan Turnbull there, and the new Lieutenant Governor of Florida, Jay Collins, was there as well. Also had the guy right here, Jay, with the hat on from Operation Healing Heroes. He has a TV show on Discovery, and Discovery was there filming uh, this event. There was probably 600-700 people there. I mean, it was a very large event. It was awesome. So Operation Healing Heroes. Jay's a great guy. Grew up in a military family. Was not a veteran himself, but loves the veteran first responder community, and just does a ton of stuff. Takes vets out fishing, captures it, and has had a TV show on it. They were filming for their 10th season now. This is awesome. This gentleman over here, Operation Barbecue Relief. This organization, they've served over 8,000 meals to like hurricane relief and national disaster victims all over the country. And I'm looking forward. You guys will see more of these guys here in the near future, right here on HMG. We're going to have both of them on at some point on this show here. Also, got to give a shout out to this singer right here, our buddy Dave Bray USA. Dave rocked the house Sunday night. Just absolutely killed it. I believe this song was Hallelujah. It just paid tribute to our first responders. Dave sang several songs. And fun fact about Dave Bray, he's also an auctioneer. Found that out. Been friends with him for over a decade. Didn't know he did that, and he did the live auction. So it was pretty funny, fun to watch too. So great organization, and again, I got to give I'm gonna put this picture back up. Renee did a fantastic job. The MAG agency is her organization. Special shout out to Orange County Choppers and the entire staff, Paul Senior, and the entire staff over at OCC. Thank you for putting on such a great event there. And I don't know if you guys can see in the background there, but what's that on the step and repeat? A little HMG action there. That's right. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, so it was a fun event, and it was awesome. And I'm looking forward to what's to come with that organization there. So Anyway, moving on. Let me know where you guys are in the world. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me backtrack here real quick. So one of the things I got to pull out. Let me see. Where is it? So this fella right here, Jay from Operation Healing Heroes. I told you that Discovery was filming uh, for an episode on Sunday night, and while filming this episode, one of the things that happened is they Paul Senior and OCC, they worked on a new custom bike for uh, for Jay's organization, Operation Healing. Excuse me, Operation Healing Heroes. I want to play this for you. So, and I'll have more pictures of it and whatnot, but the tail lights are the logo of Operation Healing Heroes. It's their logo. The tail lights are that. So they came in on it. It was pretty. Shout out to Renee Wagner, Franco, OCC, Dave, Bray, USA, and everybody else. I got to give a special shout out to Jeremy Knopf from Spartan Media. Came up, wasn't feeling that great. Still came over. My boys, Felix Ferreira, Tony Abrascato, and then, of course, Adam Peters came over from the other side of the state to hang out and be a part of this event. So, special shout out to y'all there as well, and everybody that I got to meet that night. So awesome! Looking forward to the next one. All right, let's move on. We got to move on. Let's start covering some stuff that's happened, and let's get back to what we used to do before I went on a hiatus. And a lot of shows. I mean, it was summertime, right? So there's a lot of shows that went on hiatus this summer, and now school's kind of back, right? So before we get into news topics, please go check out heroesmediagroup.com. You can check out all the shows there. And we got some new ones, and I'll be announcing those here after we talk about some of the crazy news topics. So let's dive into it. Again, make sure you guys share this out. I'm back in the studio, so a lot of people don't know that we're back, and I want to get this more involved now that we're creating chaos. All right, first up, I'm just gonna put something up there. I want you guys to think about this. Cracker Barrel unveils a new logo, and it's not pleasing everybody. All right, so this is the old logo, right? That we all have grown to love, and this is the new one. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know where to start with this. News release for the campaign called All the More. That's literally what they're calling their campaign for this, for what you see here. All the More. Cracker Barrel boasts refreshed restaurant remodels and an enhanced brand look and feel. I, for one, am pissed by it. Now, why am I mad about this? I literally just ate it. You guys know I'm on the road constantly. I probably put on close to 8,000 miles this from April to Tuesday of this week. From April to Tuesday, probably 8,000 miles. I've literally started in Pennsylvania. I drove all the way over to the Midwest, down to Texas, across the Gulf, up over and then up the Atlantic. I mean, it's And when I'm on the road, like, if I'm not sure, and especially if I'm in a new area, like, why, I don't know what to eat, I can always rely on Cracker Barrel. T-Dog, why is this such a big deal? Who really cares? I do. A lot of other people do. Here's the thing, some of the remodels that they've done, I like the Cracker Barrels, because of the nostalgia, the feel that you get when you walk into the old country store. It's the old timer stuff from the 50s, 60s, 70s. You're walking into it's kind of like walking into the past and seeing all the cool old stuff, right? Antiques and stuff like that. Whether it's a what do you call it? The remade or whatever, just for these stores. But that's to me, that's I see this logo and I'm like, that's a place I can go eat, get a home cook, like an old school meal, and be full, and go to the hotel, and I know I'm gonna sleep good that night, right? This sucks. My opinion. T Dog's picking a fight. I'm gonna ignore that. Despite recent online pushback against the renovations, Cracker Barrel's CEO Julie Fles Masano, I don't even know if I said her name right. Quite honestly, I don't give a crap. Said in an August 19th interview on Good Morning America that, quote, people like what we're doing, end quote. Julie, nobody likes what you're doing. People don't like it. I've talked to more than a dozen people, and everybody's wondering why. You look at the comments in your social media stuff. Why are you doing it? They don't like it. She says, quote, Cracker Barrel needs to feel like the Cracker Barrel for today and for tomorrow. The things that you love are still there, she said. We need people to choose us, and we want people to choose us, end quote. We need people to choose us. That sounds like you're, let me put it to you this way. How did that work out for Bud Light? I don't think Julie's going to have a job for very much longer. I don't think she's going to be the CEO of Cracker Barrel much longer. I don't know. We need people to choose us. Then don't change anything. You had a great product going here. No. Does anybody else feel the same way? I mean, and here's the other thing. One thing I'm not doing is I'm not saying anything political on it. So I don't, I've heard that people are getting political statement or making political statements about this on social media. I don't know. I heard Donald Trump Jr. might have said something or got political. I've heard things about the CEO being very LGBTQ, whatever, community. Give me just a second here. I don't know why my son's texting me. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Junior. So it's one of those things where it's like it is what it is. I get it. They're trying to. So here, let me play the other side. Let me agree with her side of it for a second. Moving into a new era, and I'm going to say this because T Dog said, "Okay, Boomer." Like, I like I'm old school that way. I guess I'm an old soul when it comes to that. Am I wrong for saying that? Am I wrong? Do you guys agree that this logo is better than this? Again, why am I making a big deal out of it? Because I'd liked going to Cracker Barrel. The food was like that was kind of a go-to spot if you didn't know where to go. And you'd been driving 7-8 hours. You wanted You know they got decent meals there. I don't know. Whatever. All right, let's move on. I hear comments in the background. Just after one day after BlackRock's Larry Fink took over the World Economic Forum. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Now, in my defense, it's been a while since I talked about the WEF. My favorite organization, said no man ever. The World Economic Forum closed an investigation on its founder, Klaus Schwab, on Friday, clearing him of any wrongdoing and appointed BlackRock CEO Larry Fink the Geneva-based organization. And it's funny because the article that wrote this spelled organization wrong. Just throwing that out there. Had launched an investigation in April to the 87-year-old Schwab following a whistleblower letter alleged misconduct. The probe was announced a day after Schwab resigned as chairman. The forum at the time did not say why he was quitting. Shocker. Larry's the big boss. Tony says Larry's the big boss. Yeah, he's something all right. For decades, Schwab has been the face of the WEF's annual gathering of businesses and political leaders and the Swiss mountain resort of Davos, which has become a symbol of globalization. Now, that being said, one day after the boss, the big boss, as Tony puts it, took over, they said that they are pushing for no ownerships of vehicles or single homes. That's now the push. Now, we kind of knew this was coming a long time ago. We've talked about it, and everybody gets in an uproar about the WEF, myself included, because I can't stand any of them. And I look at it like this: is they don't have control over us. They think they do, but they don't. People in the news will tell you that they do, but ultimately they don't. Nobody elected these people to be the officials of the world organizations and blah, 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 blah. Them is what I say. Moving on. So I say that because look at BlackRock, and I'm sure I'm going to get, shadow banned or something, or somebody's watching this right now from their organization. Oh, we got to keep an eye on this guy. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. I don't care. Bite me. Keep an eye on it, though, folks. WEF, at it again. I have a question for you guys. Question is, have you seen the new Wi-Fi routers that can detect movement in your house? I think Xfinity is doing it right now. They have some Wi-Fi routers that detect movement in your house. Does anybody have them? And if you do, DM me. I'm curious what. First off, I'm curious why you did it, and then second, what has been your experience with the Wi-Fi routers and the detection in your house? That's a legitimate, serious question. I really, really want to know. And that's all I'm going to say about that one. Moving on. Virginia students suspended after questioning a trans-identifying girl in a boys' locker room. 2 male students at Stonebridge High School in Loudoun County, Virginia, received 10-day suspensions following a Title IX investigation into an incident involving a transgender student using the boys' locker room. The school classified their remarks as sexual harassment and sex-based discrimination. Listen to this. The lawyer Josh Heltzer reported that the student's comments in a video taken by the transgender identifying peer, we'll get to that in a second, included statements such as, "There's a girl in here?" Question mark. "I'm so uncomfortable around a girl. Female, bro, get out of here." The school district deemed the remarks to violate its anti-discrimination policies. Now, let's go back to the video side of it. If this happened in the locker room, allegedly this video was taken in the locker room, right? Based on what I just read to you, and I read it verbatim from the article, it sounds like the video was taken inside the locker room. Why is video being taken inside of a locker room? It's my first question. Second question is, if this was reversed and something else had happened, would the school have taken the same? Would the outcome be the same? And I'm trying to say it without saying it. You have a female in a male's locker room. You guys see where I'm going with this? Like, how do you handle that situation? The suspension also comes with a mandatory no contact order between the suspended students and the transgender student, including separation in class schedules, and requires each to meet with school administrators for corrective action planning. I got a plan. This is right off the cuff. Just hear me out on this. Boys go in the boys' locker rooms. Girls go in the girls' locker rooms. That's the plan. May seem old-fashioned, but I think it might work. I don't know. Trans identifying girl in boys' locker room. Trans identifying girl. So she's a girl identifying as a boy. Trans identifying girl, or is it trans? I don't know. Anyway, I look at this as like, I think the school board, or I think the school district was wrong on this one, and this is how you solve the problems. If you were born a male, you use the male bathrooms. If you were born a female, you use the female bathrooms and locker rooms, etc. I don't know why we're still having these conversations like this. And the fact that you're a teenager under the age of 18, you don't have a choice. You use those. When you get 19, after you graduate high school and you be 20 years old, you start doing it on your own, living on your own, paying your taxes, living on your own, paying bills, whatever. You want to identify as a I don't care. Like it doesn't, but as a kid, we're the parents. I'm also curious, like, we're the parents on this one. On that. Anyway, moving on. Last one that I have. Judge blasts 10 Commandments classroom display. U.S. District Judge Fred Byrie issued an injunction against a Texas law calling for the 10 Commandments to be displayed in classrooms. Under the decision, 11 school districts may not comply with the law, although other school districts in the state must abide by the policy. Even though the 10 Commandments would not be affirmatively taught, the captive audience of students likely would have questions which teachers would feel compelled to answer. Would they, though? There's also insignificant evidence of a broader tradition of using the 10 Commandments in public education, and there is no tradition of permanently displaying the 10 Commandments in a public school classrooms. Here's the thing about this. This is why I brought this up. Whether you are a believer or not, put that aside. My question is, if teachers are allowed to display a rainbow flag that represents LGBTQ, nothing against the people, and put it out there, then why are they not allowed to display the 10 commandments? I'll wait. Anybody? Bueller? And here's my only argument. Here's the argument that I have with that is like teachers should be allowed to display what they want. It's their classrooms, and I say what they want within reason, right? Um, but I could see why some might be uncomfortable displaying the 10 Commandments because the non-believers or some teachers may not want to do it, or if they're being forced to do it. There might be parents that are unhappy about it. Certainly you've seen on social media, parents are unhappy about teachers that display, a particular flag in their classrooms. So I guess I could see that. So what's the right answer? I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. It's not that we're at a spiritual war, right? So it's going to be interesting to see. You're going to see more of stuff like this coming up. I'm almost certain of it. Again, it's great to be back in the studio here. Please go check out Heroes Media Group. Go to heroesmediagroup.com. You can see all the shows that are there. If you are a business owner, a podcaster, a realtor, or you're looking for an accountability group, there's a thing called the Maker's Machine. We meet every Thursday, and every Thursday. We meet every Thursday at 3:00. And I'm trying to find my banners and stuff, and for some reason, none of my stuff is in here. So somebody's been messing with my stuff. Yeah, let's talk about this. T-Dog, 3 rules for all public funded workplaces. No politics, no religion, no paid discussions. I agree with 2 of the 3. But here's the other thing. No pay discussions is the one I agree with the most. No politics, no religion. Here's the thing. If you don't talk about those things in a healthy way, then what is there? I am looking for my banners. Somebody erased my banners. And yeah. Damn it. Somebody erased my banners. Well, email media at Heroes Media GRP. I'll have to create some new banners, it looks like. Sorry, guys. Maker's Machine. Join us. I'm going to give you a free pass to come in and check it out. If you're interested, drop a comment, Maker's Machine. And if you'd like to check it out, we meet every Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. New hero stories. I'm going to tell you the hero stories this week were the Salute to American Heroes. That's the heroes. There's a lot of them there that night. Keep the stories coming in. I'm getting caught up. We're going to start putting them up on the website here so you guys can go read them and learn about these incredible people in your communities. So if you have a hero story, let me know. And you know what? Let me just type this in here. heroesmediagrp.com. That is the email that you can email us. And hopefully there it is. Go check out the website, heroesmediagroup.com. We're going to talk about all the shows. We got some new shows coming on board with us. I'm going to talk about it right now. A new show announcement, The Unbreakable Storm. Host Olivia Nunn, retired Army officer, mental health advocate, and a woman who's weathered life's hardest storms and came out stronger. This series is for the ones rebuilding from rock bottom, standing tall after trauma, and rewriting their story in bold, unshakable ink. Here, we talk real life, unfiltered, unscripted, and unbreakable. If you ever felt like the storm would take you out, this is your reminder. You are the storm. Olivia is a friend, longtime friend now. I've known Olivia for years. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Olivia Nunn. She's a force to be reckoned with, and I'm looking forward to having her show on. She's got another show called Women of War that will be coming out in September as well. Women of War is it's raw, Resonate podcast series that dives into the duality of battle, both seen and unseen. It isn't just about combat. It's about every kind of war that women face, from the front lines of military service to the emotional trenches of trauma, healing, caregiving, and the resilience. The series is a tribute to the women who've worn the uniform, carry the burden, and keep fighting. I'm going to have these links below after the show today, so you can check these out. And you can also go to heroesmediagroup.com right now to check them out. She Bird the Vibe, that's a new one coming up, starting as well. You've heard me talk about it. That's starting in September as well. They actually did their first live show last Friday, I think it was, last Friday, making the announcement. And their audio stuff is going to be coming out. It's going to be a weekly podcast. And then once a month, they are going to do a live show on a Friday. We got some great shows. I'm going to highlight just a couple of them real quick. The disgruntled PM, T-Dog. You guys see him on the old YouTube there. Go check out his show and be advised. He's got some episodes coming up that are going to, Brent, I see you over there. I'll get in touch with you. Disgruntled PM. This is probably one of the fastest growing shows on the internet right now. So go check that out. Double S Podcast. You go check out their YouTube channel. Gene Campbell over at the True Patriot Outfitters does a fantastic job over there. Faith, Valor, Growth, the Strategic Veteran, Homefront Sit Rep Podcast. I got to give a shout out to Dave real quick. You know what? I got to do this because I've been gone, like I said, for the 7 weeks, but I gotta do this now that I'm home. Homefront Sit Rep Podcast sent me this badass coin. Like a bottle opener. That's the front and there's the back. Absolutely love it. Little things, right? Awesome. Check that out. Homefront Sit Rep Podcast. J-Mac Show. Go check out the J-Mac Podcast. Josh has got some stuff coming up down in Arizona. And he does this sandbox event that has been phenomenal. Go check that out. Senior Living Guide. Some of you need definitely listen to that. And my regulars aren't on here right now, but I know they'll see that. You know who I'm talking about. Patriots Inside the Wire and the Two-Step Tribe. They have an event coming up in September. We're going to announce it next week. We're waiting on a flyer for it, so I have more of the details for you. Stay tuned for that. Arms Room Show, Label Free Podcast, Misfit Nation Podcast, of course, People's Patriot Project every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Go check them out. Other Side of the Firewall. Got to give a shout out to Ryan Williams Sr., Other Side of the Firewall. Again, when I left, several weeks ago to get on the road, a lot of stuff came out and I didn't have it with me. So I want to give a shout out where shout outs due. Other Side of the Firewall, Ryan Williams Sr. Go get his book right now. You can get it on Amazon. It's amazing. And we'll do a little bit more of a deep dive later on, but go check this out. This is an amazing book. I'm proud of Ryan. Check that out. MSEC Podcast is back. Go check them out. Military Child Education Coalition They're all about the kids, and that's what I love. I love it. I love it. Go check them out. Chasing Happiness, Rise Up Voices from the Front Line. Chris has been doing a lot of stuff down in Texas. Go check that out. And let me give a shout out to our sponsors From the Farm. I got to give a shout out to Forget Genetics, veteran-owned company. Jim Neary's Bait and Tackle. Hopefully I can get down there this weekend. I need to do some fishing. Warriors on the Water. Fin Tactical. There are folks that handle our website and stuff. The Freedom People. Go check them out. And then, of course, our sister company, HMG Beverage. I'm keeping it short. I said it's keeping it short. I'm still about 40 minutes today. Anyway, next week, listen, next week, you do not want to miss next week's show. Next week, we're going to have Sean Welsh co-hosting the weekly wrap-up with me next week. Sean is he's the founder of Vet SOS. So we're going to get to learn more about Sean, and we're going to get to learn more about Vet SOS and the shows over there. So I'm super stoked to have Sean on next week. Same time next week, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time next week. In the meantime, get outside, shut the phones off, protect your mind. God bless you. God bless America. It's great to be back in the studio. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you next week. Take care.